Hey folks, good morning. Happy Monday. We are here for another Memoir Minute where I talk about memoir 1 minute at a time. And you get a chance to learn about this genre, especially if you're thinking about writing a book about your life. So I've been focusing on a bunch of questions that you should be asking yourself before you take the leap into writing a book that's based on you. And today's question is, am I willing to turn myself into a three-dimensional character? What on earth does that mean? That means that because memoir is a genre that's mostly based off of telling a narrative story, much in the same way that fiction focuses on a protagonist or a main character, memoir does the same thing. It uses the same types of literary devices to tell a really compelling story. And while the book is about you, you are actually more of a character on the page, a version of yourself inside the story that's still truthful to what actually happened, but being painted in that same full dimensionality or 360 perspective as any other character in any other book. So that means you can't be wholly perfect. What happens in your journey or the story that you're trying to tell that focuses on that area of your life cannot have you being 100% accurate or right every single time. So you have got to recognize that when you come out onto the page, that you've got to be flawed. You've got to make mistakes. You've got to do things that are not necessarily the best way of having done them, because ultimately you're telling a story of some sort of journey. There's some sort of transformation, which means there's growth and there's learning involved. This also means, however, that you're going to have to be willing to turn the bad guys also into full-fledged characters, which we will talk about next week. So ask yourself, am I willing to put my whole self out there? Am I willing to be genuine and authentic and real, which means also flawed and imperfect in this story that I'm telling about my life? Can I do that? Am I willing to do that? Am I comfortable doing that? If you would like to talk more about writing a memoir and telling me about what you've got going on, then I really would love to go on a story stroll with you. It's a one-to-one 20-minute conversation where you tell me about the book that you want to write. I get to listen and ask questions, and we see what your next steps are. If you're interested in that, drop your name in the comments or reach out in a DM, and we will set that up. And that's all for today. See you next time.